This is my walking horse, Ed's Platinum Blonde. And that's another one of my walking horses. That's Ed's Cup of Joe. Joe is a little over 2. He's a colt. He's a gelding. Let me explain a little about what I'm doing here before I start. Blondie's in a spade bit right now. This is probably his 3rd time saddling. He had 2 before he was gelded, and he got kind of aggressive. He was kicking and stuff, kind of got in a fight mode. I've done a little bit of, I've done this before with him where I worked him with Blondie on horseback here, and this is what I want to do too. I'm trying to, back then he shut down pretty easy and would be hard to read, and then he'd kick out of nowhere. It seemed, it's never out of nowhere, but you know what I mean, he was hard to read. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo him here, and I'm going to push him around a little bit with Blondie. So I'm kind of working 2 horses at the same time. So we'll see how that works. I think I'm going to undo him from the halter and everything. She's asking me, are we going to get going or not? So it's kind of cool. You get to work 2 horses at the same time. So let's see what we got here. No, easy. Don't you kick him. Let me get up here. You're fine, buddy. Now see, this is not hard. He's not hard tied. There we go. See, we don't hard tie him like when I'm teaching him to tie. See how he pulled away there? So, and she's kind of fresh. I probably should have rode her a little bit, but I just took her right out of the stall, and I saddled her up. Let me see here if I can get over here. Come on, girl. There you go. Just be good. Don't kick him. A little further. There you go. Good. Okay, so pull this off. There we go. Okay, let's see what we got here. One more loop. I don't have my fingers in the loops, just so you know. Here we go. Okay, back up, girl. Back up. There you go. He's kind of weary of her, but that's all right. Come on, girl. Come on, bud. There you go. Come on. So I'm just kind of going to move him around with her. This is good because he'll have a hard time shutting down, you know. There you go. So I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just disengaging him and just turning him, just moving him, that's all. This is nothing in particular, it's just getting him comfortable and her comfortable working with other horses and stuff. Let's see if I can turn this camera a little bit over here this way. Maybe you can see it better. There we go. So there's Joe. Alright, so now he's up, back up, back. Now side pass her over to him. There you go, buddy. Good, see? Yeah. There you go. So I'm just moving around. It's nothing. Just freeing him up, and it's kind of does a bunch. Oh, don't bite him. I gotta discipline her too while I'm doing this. So she's got to learn that she just can't be biting horses and stuff when we're doing this. They love Once a horse figures out it can push another horse around or cattle or something, they love it. There we go. Scoot over this way. There you go. Good. Here, now the other side. Oops. There you go. There you go. And it gets them used to being with other, around other horses. No, don't go kicking it. That's what I was worried about. Don't go kicking. Don't get aggressive. All right. Hold on a second. She's just getting a little. I'm gonna undo his halter, let him run free. Be able to move him better, you get a better video. There. Easy, easy, easy. There you go. I just want to be able to come up alongside and smack his saddle and wiggle the stirrups and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to just turn him loose. I didn't want him to roll with the saddle or something like that. She likes doing this though. This was the thing that with her, it really helped her connect the dots with some of the stuff I was training her, is when I got her in here with another horse and moved it around. It made the connected the dots with her. All right, so now I can just kind of like, I can move him just like I would on the ground, like with a, there you go. So we're just kind of moving around. This is what horses do with each other. They move each other when there's new ones in a pasture or something. They'll move the other ones around, and this is how they figure out their social structure and stuff like that. See how he put his butt to me there, to us there. It was, it's a warning. He was wanted to kick. Now you can hear her, she's doing the cricket. So you can tell she's not, her tongue is moving freely on in the bit stuff. So she's not locking her jaw because she's afraid. She's a little bit, this horse is Blondie. If you've watched any of the videos, I've got a lot of videos of her. She's super sensitive. Super sensitive. And she's like a turbo. I mean, she's always ready to fire on 12 cylinders, So part of it is just her too. So then what I'll do is I'll scoot out here like this and then turn them the other way, see? And she would do this if we turned her loose with him in here. She would move him around and get him over to a corner or wherever she wanted, And so she likes doing this. You can see it's loose rein. What I do is I'll pick up in this kind of bridle. What you do is you pick up to just let them know you're asking for something with your body or legs, and then also help them collect up. But this bit is also, it's a weighted bit, so it naturally helps them too. You can kind of see how she's kind of getting the feel of this. So I just want to move him around with that saddle and get him comfortable with it to where he doesn't feel like he's trapped or anything. And I did this before with him and just moved him around a little bit with myself before I was on the horse or anything. The last time I did it, and I went to take the halter off him, and he kicked me in the leg really fast, and I didn't see it coming. And I think it had more to do with him being a stud, because he was getting pretty, I I think he went into like a fight mode, you know. And anyhow, it doesn't look like he's doing that anymore. Even when I saddled him up today, he just seemed a lot better. See that how he's running his rear end? I don't know if you saw that, but he pointed his rear end to us. Blondie will cut him off. And I'm happy you're here watching the videos. In my channel, it's Ed's Walking Horses, and I've got I think we're the only walking horse facility doing what we're doing, and that is training our horses in the Vaquero tradition, and basically as ranch horses, you know. And I'm finding that they're really suited for it. They really get elevated energy. They're kind of like a Spanish horse in that manner, and they've got a lot of get up and go, but they've got the mind of a ranch horse or a work horse, you know what I'm saying? Like she's just doing this really well here. So this is just kind of fun to do, and I know it's really good for both these guys at the same time. Good boy. Good boy you are. See, so you get all this, there's all this exposure of being above the horse's head, like his head. And then we go on either side, you know, and he's packing that saddle, and you got different straps and stuff flopping around on him. But horses are one of the few animals that can watch another animal and learn from them, like they can watch another animal being trained and they can learn stuff. So I don't know how much of this he picks up, but you never know, right? But she's liking it. So it's a fun way to, you know, to put into practice some of the stuff you've learned, like, you know, like she's riding off my legs. So I just have one hand. You see I'm not doing anything. And I got my eyes on him. I don't know if you can see. I've got my eyes on him like this. And I keep my eyes on him, and so she's just feeling my body when he runs that way. My body just twists, and she just follows right with it. See? You know, I don't know if you see him whipping his head around. You know, just working through stuff like that. That's just him telling us he doesn't want to do this, or, you know, he's not, you know, when they do that, they're not happy. There you go. Yeah. She's got a lot of energy. Now he can see us. So now we're on his right side, behind him. He's slowing down. He's coming into the center here. Yep, now we're going over here. Whoop. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to move them around a little bit more and her a little bit more until they both want to stop a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll have them rest next to each other. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but he's looking at us from behind. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. See how he's, you tell, but he's calming down. I just got to make sure she didn't bite him on the butt. It's hard when you're, it's hard to see everything. I'm concentrating on this horse, and then sometimes I can't, I don't see her out of my peripheral vision. But I gotta be conscious that she doesn't go bite him or something like that. See, but this is cool because this is the kind of thing like when you're on your horse for the first time, you know, sometimes they freak out because they see you in one of their eyes that they didn't see, or they see something they didn't see and they just freak out. And so this is a good way to help some of that stuff. You see, he did that with his head. He kind of told her, hey, don't push so hard. There you go. And this horse, Blondie, man, she'll just roll back on her. She puts tons of weight on her rear end. She just rolls back on her hind end real easy. She's always been like that. And she gets like dancy, like you swear she's gonna stand right up on her hind legs, but she doesn't. Eric and I were talking today, and I was just saying how once you start to know your horse and what they'll throw at you, what their parameters, what they'll do, it becomes a lot better because you just kind of know the horse. So I kind of know what she'll do. So this is good. Like, this is just good to get her used to being around other horses. I want to be able to, like, if some, you know, come up to somebody, and if you need to help someone with something, you can do it, stuff like that. So it has a lot to do with the horse too, realizing that they're on the job, you know. And that was just my leg. Yeah, ooh, 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 ooh. Scoot it out. There you go, girl. There you go. There we go. Just kind of showing her, like, we can move you around, cut you off, and see what I'm saying though? This helps put the stuff that you've been training into practice, and the horses don't seem to get bored with it or resentful because they're doing something. And I think they like it. It's kind of like a border collie herding something, you know. They like it once they figure out that they can do that and move other horses, or it could be cattle, or it could be anything really. They like it. And as opposed to you like side passing over and over again, horses get real bored with that, and they kind of can get resentful, and you know, they kind of get over it. They just get over it, you know, and you don't want that. But this you can do quite a long time. They seem to like it, and you're still learning. You're still like, I'm expecting her to move like now and move off my leg and in my seat, and, you know. Now these guys, this Palomino, he is out of, if you watched some of my latest videos, Macchiato, that's who Joe's out of. Cup of Joe's, he's out of Macchiato. He's by the Diamond Trip. Now she is different. She is not, all my Palominos except for Blondie and Phantom, if you see Ed's Phantom, that's her foal. All my other ones they're all by the Diamond Trip. But so she's different. There, that was good. See how slowing down a little bit. What I'm going to do, see if I can face him a little bit. Whoop, whoop, no. I'm going to try to get, I want to get to where you can see what's going on here. No. Whoop. See, so you just move them around. Now what I want to do here is just kind of stand here and just let's take a break. And this kind of stuff's really important. You can see him, he's not too sure because she's been pushing him around. And so he's wondering what he should do. So I just need to let this go. And her, she's just chewing gum basically. That's a cricket inside there. It's a little brass roller that's on a it's on like a hexagonal piece of steel, and so it makes that cricket sound. And the point of that is a couple things. It's kind of like a fidget spinner. It helps them. Gives them something to do and help burn off some stress if they got it. It also lets you know what they're thinking about, like if it's quiet, if it's totally quiet, they could be thinking that they could be trying to protect their mouth. And if it's rolling like this, they're not protecting their mouth, so they're not afraid at all, like that something's going to happen. So she doesn't. If you see how loose those reins are. I mean, she's actually turned her head, but see how loose they are. I'm not even in her mouth at all, so she just does the cricket. And what I'll do is I'll just pick up like this a little bit, and that just tells her, hey, I'm asking. And what she'll do is she'll bridle up and roll back on her hind end, and that's how we can do those quick turns and stuff like that. But this kind of setup, it really honors the horse, in my opinion, because you're working with your horse's mind, you're not just manhandling them or micromanaging them. So I'm liking what he's doing right now. See, he is busy thinking about her. He's not shutting down. He's got to be totally present. That's why I'm doing this with him right here, because he's shut down. Very hard to read when he did. He just pretended he wasn't there. And we've had him in the barn for, I think, about a month now. And we're just loving on him, brushing him, doing all this, lots of different people touching him and all that kind of stuff, trying to get him just totally chill with this kind of stuff. And she's fine. I mean, look at her. She's just another day at the office. So now what I'm going to try to do is see if I can just have her just side pass up to him. I think he's going to move off there. I just got to get her to where he doesn't feel like she's going to threaten. Oh, yeah, ain't going to happen. Wasn't ready for that. See, so you. Oh. But you can tell he's getting calmer about this and just more like, well, that's no big deal. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I just like how he's just relaxed. The idea is not to chase him around and get him all worked up. You always want to you want your horse to be relaxed when your lesson's done. You don't want him to be worked up. I like that. He tucked his rear end out of her way. It's kind of like a polite thing to do. There you go. Oh. There we go. So horse training, like I say, sometimes it's like watching paint dry, you know, but it's not all, you know, bucking and flipping and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of this kind of stuff. Just take your time, give your horse time to process and understand what you're trying to do, and just become comfortable with it. Like I say, if horses were the size of Chihuahuas, we wouldn't care, because you wouldn't get hurt by them. But we'd look ridiculous riding them. Here we go. Here you go. Whoa. See, he thought he was going to get bit there. Now I'm going to move him a little faster. Just change the pace a little bit. See if I can. He's actually, seems like he's slowing down a little bit. That's good. So he's getting kind of like, I would like to stop. I'd like to stop running. So I'm getting to his mind right now. And she's looking out. She's just doing her job. It's cool. There you go. There you go. These are, in case you're wondering, these are slick fork saddles. That one is one of the ones I got from Pat Puckett and his website, The Disciplined Ride. And then this one here I got from Buckaroo Businesses. It's a really good saddle. I like them. You feel secure in them. And I like the no padding. They're just, for me, they're more comfortable. See, when I worked him, the second time he was in the saddle and I had him in the round pen, I don't think I might have recorded it. I don't think I did, but I had done quite a bit with him in there, and he looked pretty good. He was a little worked up, but not terrible. And Eric and I were talking, and we were actually in the round pen right by his side, and I said, I think I'm going to, or maybe both of us just said, we would take the halter off him and just, lunge him around a little bit, get him cantering with the saddle on, and that's what I was going to do. And I just reached up to untie his halter, and this is what I'm saying, neither of us saw that he had shut down that fast. I mean, it was just a matter of seconds. And I reached up to touch that, and he came to, and he lunged forward, jumped forward, and kicked me right in the thigh. And he's not acting at all like that now. So I think gelding him has helped, and I also just think that all the stuff we've been doing is really helping him. So he's kind of getting like, this is a no big deal. Yeah, it's kind of like if you notice, he's moving slower and he's like tolerating a lot more us being up in his space. Yeah, good girl. She's blowing out. Yeah, good girl. See, so you're working 2 horses at the same time. It's a nice way. It's economy of scale. I love working with horses. They're really, really something else. They just, and walking horse, all I have is walking horses. On my whole farm is all walking horses. And they're all barefoot. We don't do any of the pads, any of that stuff. We're just doing something totally different. We're breeding, raising, training our walking horses to be bridle horses, saddle horses. And having a good time with it, trying to get the word out on how good they are at this and how versatile. See, so we're in his right eye there. Now I'm going to get to his left eye. Get her up a little bit. There you go. They always have one side they'd rather you be on. Doesn't look like he wants us to be on. He wants us to be on the left side. If you notice that, so I'm going to turn him again. Try to get on the left side. There we go. Oh, no, get him. See what I'm saying? She's really sad. Oh. Oh, she don't like that. She didn't like that at all. She wanted to, if you could feel her underneath me, she wanted a, he kicked at her, she wanted a piece of him. She wanted that. Telling her no, knock it off, but she did not like that. She didn't like him kicking at her. So he doesn't seem to like us in the left eye. He seems to like us in the right eye. Now he's getting a little, so I'm going to move him. So keep in mind that, you know, Blondie's learning too, okay? So, and me. And you're always learning when you work with horses. But she's not perfect or anything. This is probably her 4th time maybe moving horses in the round pen. So he doesn't mind us on the right eye, but he doesn't like us in the left eye. If you notice, he's really not trying to get us out of that eye. He's okay, he's walking ahead of us, but he's more comfortable with us in the right eye. So that's just something you make a mental note of. See how he's not trying to, he's fine with that. Now I'll see if I can show you the difference here. Ooh. Yeah. Easy girl. There you go. Scoot over. There you go. See how he immediately is trying to get us in the right eye again. So I'm going to try to spend some time here in this eye. Here. All right, he's getting a little bit better with that. See, here you go. Good boy. See, he's trying to get me in the right eye there. Trying to look at me in the right eye. There you go. Good. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Don't kick me. I don't want to get kicked in the knee. There you go. See? She did roll back there. Now she's kind of like, she's getting animated. You know, she's telling him like, and you see, I don't know if you can tell, but he's giving her kind of like the eyeball too. Stink eye. So now we're on the outside and he's on the inside. So just trying something a little different. He's shaking his head, he's thinking about stuff. There you go, buddy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Good girl, Blondie. See, if you can tell her head, she's kind of finding. There's a place with these weighted bits like this that it just floats. It just hangs there, like by the headstall. And when you move your horses around up and down hills or anything, even this kind of stuff, they'll find that spot. They'll keep finding that spot because gravity, like I said, has perfect timing. It's never late, it's never early. The minute their head's in the right position, the second, the very instant, all the pressure's gone. The instant they take it out, there starts to be pressure. And it could be mild, it could be anything from mild to, more, because it's just weight. So it's never late. So this kind of stuff, they'll find a spot to hold their head, and the position has everything to do with what's healthy, what's a healthy position for a horse to hold his or her head and their body so that they can carry a rider. It's like I say, it's like learning how to lift weights or run or something like this. It's important to have the good form, and so that this helps them find the right form, and it goes all the way down to their feet. And whereas if you're trying to use your hands and you're trying to constantly get them in the right thing, you're going to be missing. You're going to be late at times. You're going to be early at times. You're going to miss things at times, and it's just a fact. And with this, it's never, like I said, it's never late. It's never early. It's never missed. It's because gravity has perfect timing. As long as I stay out of the horses and out of the bit's way, it just does its own thing. So when you're riding loose reins, it's working and helping the horse find the proper posture. Well, I'm going to keep doing this. I hope you found this interesting and kind of fun. Like I said, this is Blondie. That's my horse Joe. I'm Ed. And make sure you like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Love hearing from you, and help support us. Check out our t-shirts. We got some cool t-shirts that say some of my best friends are horses. I think they're pretty cool. You see them in the bottom of the videos and YouTube and stuff. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.